Okay, all of you, good afternoon. Welcome to the virtual class hosted by Nimi Chennai. I am MP Rajan, vocational instructor, NSTA Calicut. You can see a solar powered air conditioner on the screen. आप एक solar powered air conditioner देख सकते हैं. So solar power is giving energy. It is utilized to charge the battery, and the battery is giving supply to an inverter. Inverter converts the DC into AC and is supplying AC supply to the air conditioner. Mostly we are installing air conditioner, but fearing to switch on for continuous use because of the power consumption. But once you install a solar powered air conditioner, thereafter you can forget about the energy consumption and you can forget about the electricity bill. So air conditioner will be working on your solar power. So this is exclusively for the air conditioner. Like this, we have so many appliances. Mostly all are on AC. They are working on AC. But our solar panels are giving DC power supply. आपका DC power supply दे रहा है, तो इसको हमको invert करना है. We have to convert DC into AC. So for that we are using an inverter. So today's our class is about the solar inverters, which is a very important part component of a solar power system. तो आज का हमारा क्लास है इन्वर्टर का बारे में, सोलर इन्वर्टर का बारे में. तो आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ सोलर इन्वर्टर. So what are the classification of inverter as per the use and purposes? We'll be discussing this one today, and we'll see the working of a solar inverter, how an solar inverter works. And further, we'll see what are the different types of solar inverter based on the working principle. So these are the 3 points we are going to discuss today. So first of all, an inverter. What is an inverter? It's a device used to convert the direct current DC into AC, alternating current. Because most of our appliances are working on AC. हमारा घर में देखिएगा जितना appliances है, fridge, motors, lights, fans, etc. all are working on an AC because AC power supply has got so many advantages. Okay, so we have to convert DC into AC. आपका DC solar power DC को AC में convert करना है. इसी के लिए हम inverter use करता है. Okay, so in that view, an inverter plays a very important role, and we can say it's a brain of the system. Okay, now let us see the classification of solar inverter. How we can classify the solar inverter? So I just draw your memory back to my previous class. The classification of solar power system. So mainly we have two solar power system. One is grid tie solar power system or on-grid solar power system, and second one is the standalone solar power system or the off-grid solar power system. These are the two main power system. Solar power system we have explained, we have discussed in the last class. हमने देखा था last class में ग्रिड टाई का मतलब यह है कि वट एवर द पावर इज प्रोड्यूस, इसको दो पर्पस के लिए यूज करता है. एक तो हमारा पर्पस के लिए यूज करता है, सेकेंडली इट इज सप्लाइड कनेक्टेड टू द ग्रिड, नॉर्मल ग्रिड. तो हमारा जितना एक्सेस पावर है दैट इज कन्वर्टेड कनेक्टेड टू द ग्रिड. Whereas off grid ये अपने लिए, it is only for us, it is a private weekend. Off grid, it is not at all connected to the grid. Whatever the energy produced by our solar panel, that is being utilized in our household purpose. So accordingly, inverter also we can classify. One is the grid tie inverter, the inverter which is normally used in the grid tie solar power system, and it is further subdivided into string inverter and second one is a central inverter. आपका ग्रिड टाई पावर सिस्टम में ग्रिड टाई इन्वर्टर यूज करता है. इसके लिए अलग अलग characteristics होती है that we are going to discuss. So grid tie again it is आपका दो तरफ से होता है, एक तो string inverter, दूसरा central inverter. Okay, then the inverter which is used in the standalone off-grid power system. So off-grid power system में आपको special type of inverter use करता है, that is called standalone inverter. And third type inverter, it is called battery backup inverter. Battery backup inverter है, ये दोनों के लिए use करता है. Mostly it is the hybrid we can say. We already studied grid tie में hybrid होती है, standalone में भी hybrid होती है. Hybrid मतलब another power source is also connected to the system. So in both cases we can use the battery backup inverter. So today we will be seeing what are the specialty of a battery backup inverter. Then the fourth one is the micro inverter or modular inverter. It is called micro or modular as the name implies. It is a very small inverter. It is also used in grid tie and off-grids. Okay. So today we'll see one by one. So first we will see standalone inverter or the off-grid inverter. So it draws the energy from the battery charge control. So in the off-grid system, we have seen the schematic diagram of an off-grid system. The solar power panels are connected to a charge controller. So from charge controller, the supply DC supply is given to the battery. From the battery, supply is given to either DC load or to the inverter. So your inverter is drawing DC energy from the battery, storage battery. Okay, so some inverter, like hybrid inverter, you can say, your inverter is getting DC power supply from the battery, and battery is charged either from solar panel or from any other AC source. आपका बैटरी चार्ज करने के लिए सोलर मॉड्यूल एक तो है मेन, नंबर 2 कोई भी आपका दूसरा लाइक जनरेटर और कोई भी रिन्यूएबल और नॉन रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी आप कनेक्ट कर सकते. So anyway, the battery is giving supply to the inverter. Okay, so in this as we know, standalone solar power system is not at all connected to the grid. बाहर का सप्लाई में कनेक्शन नहीं होती है, तो इसके लिए इन्वर्टर का कोई स्पेशल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स का जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, and it doesn't require a anti-islanding protection. What is anti-islanding protection? In the grid solar, we are connecting to the grid as I said. तो आपका ग्रिड में कनेक्शन करेगा तो देयर इज दो सप्लाई, एक तो इन्वर्टर की सप्लाई है, आउटपुट जाती है ग्रिड में, एक तो आपका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बोर्ड का सप्लाई है. These two supply should be synchronized. So that is the specialty of grid tie power system. आपका वोल्टेज, फ्रीक्वेंसी, वेवफॉर्म सब एक ही होना चाहिए, और it should monitor whether the supply is available from the grid or not. अगर सप्लाई नहीं है तो इन्वर्टर शुड स्विच ऑफ द सप्लाई ड्रॉइंग फ्रॉम द सोलर पैनल. आपका सोलर पैनल का सप्लाई को फ्रॉम द सेफ्टी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ करना चाहिए. तो दिस स्पेशल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स इज रिक्वायर्ड इन द ग्रिड टाई इन्वर्टर, which is not required in our AC grid tie standalone inverter. Okay, so you can see a picture of a off-grid or standalone grid solar inverter. You can see this is the solar PV system. There is a charge controller which functions as a brain of the system. It controls the input DC power supply, input of the DC. It is responsible for charging or discharging the battery, as we have explained earlier. And it is a from that controller, the supply is given to the inverter. DC power, the controlled DC power supply within the range of its specification, it is given supply to the inverter, and the inverter inverts or converts DC into AC given to the. Okay, so some system you can see there is a hybrid inverter. So this is the combination of normal inverter and the charge control, and the another AC power supply source, it is also connected through the meter to the inverter. So the battery of the system is getting DC power supply from solar panel and from the charge controller. It is AC source is connected bar se bhi aati hai. So that is why it is called hybrid. So it is required AC to DC conversion is also required. So bar se jo supply aa raha that is AC, that is converted into DC. Okay, so that DC is given again for charging the battery. So battery is getting charged either from the solar panel or from the external source through a charge controller. Whereas the charge controller is inbuilt in the inverter. So this inverter is called hybrid inverter. The system is called hybrid standalone it's solar inverter. Okay. So let us see the grid tie inverter. This is a very special type of system. We have already explained. Your solar power panels are connected to grid tie. You can sell it. You can sell the power whatever you are generating. आप जो power generate करता है वो आपको आपका use करने के बाद जितना होगा वो आप बेच सकता है to the electricity board. So this is a little complicated one. We require permission from and license from the local electricity board. We have to register because this is a point of safety also. We are supplying our solar power supply to the grid. So some safety precautions also are to be required. So whatever the energy we are producing, that is converted into AC by the grid tie inverter, and that is not only converting DC into AC. आपका ग्रिड टाई इन्वर्टर का काम सिर्फ डीसी को AC कन्वर्ट करने का नहीं, इसका और भी काम होता है. What are the jobs we'll see. So this inverter otherwise it is called as power conditioning unit PCU. PCU का मतलब पावर को कंडीशनिंग करना है, पूरा कंडीशनिंग करना है. What is the meaning of conditioning? कंडीशनिंग का मतलब ये है आपको your inverter output should be matched with the voltage, frequency and the waveform of the grid. That is called synchronization. So synchronization is to be done by your inverter. तो जिस इन्वर्टर का काम होती है आपका पक्का ग्रिड जो बाहर से जो सप्लाई है ग्रिड सप्लाई है उसका वोल्टेज से मैच होना चाहिए, उसका फ्रीक्वेंसी से मैच होना चाहिए, उसका वेवफॉर्म. नॉर्मली ग्रिड टाइप का जो वेवफॉर्म है दैट इज 100% परफेक्ट साइन वेव. So your inverter should have some circuits, filter circuits or some microprocessor circuit or control circuit to convert the DC into a pure sine wave AC. So that is why it is called as power conditioning. So what are the other job it is doing? It is cutting off the supply, or it has to stop the generation of power supply from the solar grid, solar panel, in case there is no supply from the grid or in case the parameters of the grid supply is going out of range of your inverter. आपको ग्रिड सप्लाई अगर बंद हो गया मतलब कोई रेक्टिफिकेशन के लिए इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बोर्ड बंद कर दिया या आपका वोल्टेज ग्रिड वोल्टेज और फ्रीक्वेंसी आपका इन्वर्टर से मैचिंग नहीं होती है, उससे ज़्यादा ऊपर हो गया पहुंच गया या नीचे पहुंच गया, तो आपको इमीडिएटली आपका जनरेशन पावर जनरेशन फ्रॉम सोलर बंद करना चाहिए. अदरवाइज it will lead to a fatal accident. Some of the people will be working on the grid for that purpose. They might have switched off the supply, but your solar panel or other panels are giving supply to the grid means it is a chances of getting shock. So either when there is no supply from the grid or if the solar grid parameters are going out of range, your inverter will switch off the supply, generation of supply from the solar. And this is a very special type of inverter. I said the आजकल का जो inverter है that is data logging and complete monitoring is possible. So from the inverter you can download the data, you can interface with your computer. आजकल Wi-Fi connected inverter भी आता है और your grid voltage, grid voltage or solar panel voltage, grid current, solar current, the power generator, the energy generator for the day, the energy generator, the total accumulated energy, temperature, everything can be monitored by using the grid tie inverter. And the inverters also have to build in MPPT to extract maximum power from the inverter. What is MPPT? That is the maximum power point tracker. We have seen in the last class. This is a IV characteristics curve of a solar panel. This is the IV curve, and this IV characteristics curve will be different from time to time. That depends upon the radiation. We already have seen. So आपका जो current radiation है उसका ऊपर होती है. So there is a maximum power point. You can say Z. Z is the maximum power point. Here you can extract the maximum voltage, current as well as the maximum voltage. If any other point if you select on this curve, it will either reduce the voltage or it will reduce the current. For example, if you select this point here, so your current is less. Voltage is maximum, but high current is less. So consequently, आपका जो power है, the power generation also will be less. So there is a electronic sensing device called MPPT, maximum power point tracker. Okay, it will be either in the charge controller or it will be in the inverter in case of grid tie inverter. So this point will be fixed. This is, we can say, operating point also. So, but the problem is, let us take 3 times, 9 o'clock in the morning, 11 AM and 1 PM. So 9 o'clock the radiations are very less, your Kara curve is like this. 11 o'clock your current is increased, voltage also little bit increased. But 1 o'clock your current and voltage are the maximum. So for a given load impedance, this dot line is showing representing the line representing the resistive load. So for a given load, your 1 PM Kara curve, the point is Z, whereas for the same given load, this point is Y. So here you can see the voltage is less and the current is less. Whereas if you select this point Y dash, you will get some more voltage high and some more current. So rather than going for the point Y, if you select Y dash, you will get some more maximum utilization of voltage and current. The operating point should be supposed to be at Y dash. Same way, 9 o'clock, for the fixed resistive load, this is the point, operating point, whereas the maximum power point is X dash. So this is the maximum power point trajectory. So your MPPT, what it is doing, it is electronically searching for the maximum power point, depends upon the radiation. So it is advantageous, that is giving you the maximum power utilization. Solar panel itna maximum power utilize karta hai. So by impedance matching of load and solar module resistance, by matching, it is changing, continuously changing the maximum power point. So your grid tie inverter will be having a MPPT, maximum power point tracking. So that is enhancing the power. Okay. So let us see. I told grid tie in solar inverter system. There are 2. One is called grid tie string solar inverter. Second one is grid tie central solar inverter. So there is a slight difference between these 2. So both are grid tie. दोनों grid tie inverter होती है. So this is already we have seen the arrangement of solar panel in the last class. The panels are arranged in series and parallel. The panels which are arranged in the series in the one string, this is called string. So in this system, each panel string will have one inverter each. That means the output of one string is connected to one inverter. Like this, each string will be connected to each inverter in rows. Okay. So each string carries the DC power from the solar panel, and the inverter is converting the supply of only that particular string. Okay, and string also 2 types are there, single string and multi string. So 2 strings also can be connected to one string inverter, but with a difference, that inverter should have 2 MPPT coil. That means 1 MPPT only can be used at a time, can be used only for one string. आपको जितना स्ट्रिंग कनेक्ट करना है एक इन्वर्टर में उतना आपको MPPT coil भी. Okay, so can be 3-phase or single phase string inverter. Okay, and one more thing. So we have discussed about the shading. So shading, as per the shading, we are arranging the solar panels in different directions. Slight direction change will be there. So one string means you can combine all the inverter solar panel which are having in one direction can be converted into one string. So other string can be of other direction. So like this also you can utilize or you can avoid the shading. So, and it is suitable for 1 kilowatt to 12 kilowatt power generation. So it is a medium range, you can say one string can have 1 kilowatt to 2 kilowatts. So in this advantages are it is a highly efficient, robust construction, low cost, but only string level monitoring is there. Module level monitoring is not there because all the modules in one string are connected to one MPPT. So only panel level we cannot go that much in deep. Okay, so that is the main disadvantage of otherwise it has a highly efficient and string one string full connection is given to one inverter means the inverters are connected installed near the panel. You can see the picture. आपको picture देख सकता है. So ये है string. Each string is having one string inverter. So as you know, आपका DC output supply DC output है DC है. So DC is connected to inverter which is installed near to the string. That is why, so we can say DC power line is very less. Inverter के बाद जो है, these are the AC power line. So as you know, DC power line we have to avoid as much as possible because DC power line is having more loss and it is most dangerous also. So each string after connected to inverter, from the inverter only the AC power lines are going to the distribution boxes. Okay, so distribution boxes are here. Strings are, this is we can say outdoor unit type inverter. It should be protected from weather condition. Okay, it should be suitable for installing outside. So you can see the real solar panel. You can see the string inverter. Okay, this is one single the picture of a string inverter. So now let us see central solar inverter. The difference is it is a very big one. It is only the complete system will have only one inverter which is called central inverter. आपका string inverter जैसे नहीं है, पूरा system के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा inverter connect करें. All the DC power supply from all the panels are connected to central inverter. So instead of string running directly to the inverter, the strings are connected together in a common combiner core. So before reaching to the inverter, the outputs of each panel or each string or each array has been taken to a common combiner board, just like a junction board. So it is combined together there. From there, the DC power supply is given to central inverter. Okay, so it requires a combiner box. So it is suited for a large installation, very big project. सेंट्रल इन्वर्टर यूज करता है वेयर आपको स्ट्रिंग इन्वर्टर के लिए भी जगह नहीं होगा, तो ज़्यादा कंजेस्टेड होगा. सो फॉर द कंसिस्टेंस प्रोडक्शन अरे वी कैन हैव दिस सेंट्रल एंड per watt. Of course the initial cost is high, but when you consider the per watt price, it is low and it is highly efficient. Comparative ease of the installation and maintenance, because only you have to install only one and आपका maintenance भी एक ही में करना है, तो ज़्यादा space you occupy नहीं करता. But it has some other problems also. Once the central inverter is becoming faulty, अगर खराब हो गया पूरा system खराब. So you cannot supply solar power supply system to the grid. That is the disadvantage. So you can see, and since this is a bigger one, you can say the size of this one big, and it's creating a lot of noise. And most probably this will be an outdoor unit. You should have all the protection. Temperature is the enemy of the inverter. So inverter itself is producing heat, and if it is kept outside in the sun, it will be heat affected. That will affect the efficiency of the inverter. आपका inverter में efficiency कम हो जाएगा. तो आपको पूरा weather protection देना चाहिए, temperature, heat resistant होना चाहिए, and all the protection you have to keep. And this is inverter is having, as I said, it is a power conditioning unit. It is having so many functions as I explained earlier. आपको पिक्चर देख सकता है. Each string, the DC power supply is coming to a combiner unit. In this picture, the combiner box is here. So this is the red lines. We can say it is a DC power supply, rather than the AC string inverter, or all the wires are AC power supply. After conversion, power supply is coming. But here, the DC power supply is coming to the inverter, under inverter, where the total DC is converted into AC. Okay. Or we can see this is the combiner box. The output of each panel string, we can say this is one string, first string, second and third strings are taken to combiner box. Combiner box say inverter goes. So this is the picture of a very big central grid tie solar inverter. So another third type battery backup solar inverter, as I said, this is a battery backup solar which will be having a battery charger also. So this is used in the hybrid system. As you know, both grid tie and off grid will have hybrid system. So in that we are using this battery backup solar inverter. So it may be a standalone or an off grid also. It manages the battery charge via an onboard charger. So there will be a battery charge controller inside the battery, which charge the battery also, and which takes the supply from the battery to the inverter. Okay, so the main advantage as far as the on-grid system concerned, as we discussed in the last class also, the main disadvantage of on-grid is when there is no grid supply, no supply in your house also. But in this case, battery, some of the loads can be connected to the inverter, even though there is no supply from the grid. But the grid, it will ensure, the inverter should ensure there is no supply going from the solar panel to the grid. So it will cuts off the complete supply going from solar panel to grid, but at the same time, it is energizing some of your AC loads by taking supply from the battery. So this is a very special type of inverter we can see. So anti-islanding is a must. Okay. So what is islanding? When the grid supply is not there, sometimes we are connecting so many inverters to the grid. So there will be a reference voltage available between the inverters. From one inverter to inverter, there may be. So that gives a false reference to the inverter. So your solar supply will not be cut off. So there should be some electronics mean to complete cut off your solar supply to the grid. In case there is no supply, if there is no matching, supply is not matching, grid supply is not matching the solar, or when you are using more than one inverter, आपका आपस में inverter का supply का वजह से ये system नहीं करना चाहिए. So that problem is called islanding. So some anti-islanding protection is also okay. So you can see a picture of battery backup solar inverter. In this battery is also already inside this one. Okay. Now the one is the micro solar inverter or modular. We can call it as a modular inverter. Micro, as the name implies, is a very small. In the string inverter, we have seen one inverter each is connected to each string. Whereas in this system, we can say each module is connected to one small inverter. आपका हर मॉड्यूल के साथ एक इन्वर्टर होगा. That means आपका it is just like a integrated part of a solar module. So module will have small solar inverter. So there is no DC power supply system. Immediately after the output is immediately connected to your micro solar inverter, and from inverter AC supply is going to the distribution board and grid. So that is the advantage. So it can be installed on each panel. हर panel में होती है. Okay. It is a lower DC voltage because it bears only one panel voltage. One panel voltage will be less. So it is so that increasing the safety. So you need not to handle high voltage DC voltage, as the DC voltage is very dangerous. Okay. So MPPT is required in each micro inverter. So each module is monitored by using the MPPT. So it increases the performance of the system. Okay. So in the earlier case, we have seen only string is monitoring, one string is completely monitored. Whereas here each module, हर module का कोई एक module का आपको shading की वजह से ये hotspot हो गया, shading से output नहीं है, तो ज़्यादा problem नहीं करते हैं, उसको छोड़ के बाकी power supply आपको मिलता है. Whereas in the string inverter system, एक string खराब हो गया, string में कोई भी एक module खराब हो गया, full string आपका useless हो गया. यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं. So in performance or you can see the efficiency is also increased. Okay. So but this is more expensive. आपको हर छोटा micro solar inverter चाहिए हर panel के लिए. There will be n number of solar panels in a system. So it is not that much suitable for a major power plant. So this is the picture of a micro solar inverter. You can see the MC4 connectors for the panel. So inputs are there. This is the output going to the power control distribution. Okay. So हर पैनल का साथ एक micro inverter होती है. So all are connected. Okay. So what is the elaboration of MPPT? So full form MPPT का full form क्या है? You can just type it. Next we will see working of solar inverter. So we have seen inverter, solar inverter is the function, it is functioning like converting of DC into AC. Okay. So hardware requirements, there are hardware requirements in the inverter, especially in the solar inverter, so other hardware are also required. So there will be a rectifier, sorry, the bridge MOSFET drive, then there will be a transformer to convert this step up or step down the voltage. There will be a voltage regulator like charge controller. Then there will be a pulse width modulation inverter IC. Okay, so you can see how the inverter is basically. So this is the DC power supply. So this is the load, AC load. So there are 4 switches. You can see S1, S2, S3, and S4. So by using some controller, you can either switching on and switch off the switches on or off. So if S1 and S3 are put on, so DC power supply will go to the S1 and S3 going back to the battery. So other time the S3 and S4 will be on, S1 and S2 will be non-conducting, S3 and S4 will be conducting. That time the supply will go from here to S4, through the S2 and S3 going. So like this, we all know, we all studied the basics of an inverter, that DC is converted into AC. So the symbol of an inverter is like this. So what is the output of an inverter? Inverter का output आपको क्या मिलेगा? AC मिलेगा या DC मिलेगा? Then now let us see some types of inverter which is based on the working principle. Okay. So as per the voltage, we can say low voltage inverters are there, extra low voltage inverters are there, which is having range of less than 70 volts, and low voltage that is up to 1500 volts, and very high voltage above 1500. So extra low voltage, and high voltage depends upon the capacity of your power plant. You can use low voltage inverter, extra low voltage, and high voltage. Based on the frequency, we can say low frequency inverter low frequency inverter and a high frequency inverter. That means the transformer which is connected in the or used in the inverter, which is working on low frequency and high. Nowadays the microprocessors are there which can convert the low frequency into high frequency. So high frequency transformer is having so many advantages. The losses are very less and the size will be very less, efficiency will be high. So you can have low frequency or high frequency inverter. Third one is based on the isolation. As per the isolation, we can call it as isolated inverter and non-isolated inverter. What is the meaning of isolated and non-isolated? In the isolated inverter, there will be a transformer used. So your solar connected inverter, DC supply is taken from solar, converted into AC by using the AC control panel. Then it is connected to the AC through a transformer. So it is your DC supply is totally isolated from the AC. आपका AC और DC का कोई combination नहीं होता. So this is a highly 100% perfection is giving in this system. Whereas in the non-isolated system, there is no transformer. So let us see the picture of a non-isolated transformer. So here you can see there is no transformer. So the PV array supply is given. There are S1, S2, and S3, S4 semiconductor devices. We can say when the S3 and S2 are conducting by using a control device, you can say the supply is going through this one, going through this supply to the load. This is the filter circuit. We can say through the circuit is going back to I. That means when your S3 and S2 are conducting, S1 and S4 are not conducting, the supply is given like this, is going to this and to NG. When S1 and S4 are conducting, supply is going to DC supply is going from here through the filter circuit, through the load, going through the S4 line. So DC is converted into AC. So here the problem is there is no transformer. So if there is no transformer, we can say there is no isolation. Sometimes the DC component will be going to your grid. That is that is decreasing, degradation we can say. So grid supply is a pure sine wave, whereas there shall be a THD, we can say total harmonic distortion. So THD will be more and your DC component will be, you can say impure sine wave. There's an impurity in the grid. Okay. But this inverter is a small one and less cost. But this is opposite to the non-insulated. Here you can see there is a transformer. The output is connected to a transformer. The purpose is same, but through an isolating transformer, your DC is completely confined to this circuit. आपका DC इधर ही confined है. आपका solar panel से कोई भी DC component here नहीं. Pure sine wave, you can convert the DC into a pure sine wave. That sine wave can be given to the. So this is the difference between non-isolated and isolated transformer. Let us see a square wave inverter. These are the two semiconductor devices. Once again, I'll explain. This is a DC power supply either from battery or a solar panel. So we can say, आपका जो supply है यहाँ से जाता है, ये सेमीकंडक्टर स्विच ऑन होते समय ये सेमीकंडक्टर ऑफ होते हैं, कंट्रोल सर्किट का वजह से इसको ऑन करते समय इसको ऑफ रहता है, इसको ऑफ करते समय इसका ऑन. So when this is on, the DC power supply is going through the first half of the transformer primary winding. Supply circuit is completed. So here in the transformer, your direction of current is like this. In the second time, when the DC semiconductor 2 is conducting, the supply is going through this one. The current direction is like this from top to bottom. Circuit is coming. So हर बार इसका जो direction है change होते रहता है. This is stepped up and converted into AC square wave. So this waveform is, we can say, square wave. So DC supply is converted into AC square wave. There are three types of wave: square wave, sawtooth wave, and sine wave. Sine wave is the high quality wave which is required for our AC appliances. Upper sine wave, your voltage or current is changing with respect to the sine theta of the angle, sine theta value of the angle. Okay, So we require AC sine wave, but this inverter you can see आपको square wave देता है. Okay, so number one. Number two, your output is not controlled. Your input is not controlled by as per the output. Output का कोई संबंधी नहीं है input का. तो आपका voltage से कोई control नहीं है. So let us see as modified square wave inverter. So in this you can see a slight modification. There is a control circuit. There is an isolated AC feed. आपका यहाँ पे जो चल रहा है पहले जैसा है. As I explained in the earlier. So here the output is taken through an isolated feedback system. So one part of the supply is given to the control. आपका control circuit में feedback positive feedback जाता है. So depends upon the voltage of the load or the grid. There will be a change in the, depends upon the change in this one. There will be a change in the circuit voltage. There will be a signal also change. Accordingly, there will be a change in the control circuit, and your voltage can be controlled. Your voltage can be controlled. Okay, so you can say conducting and non-conducting. You can by using the control circuit, you can make the system conducting or non-conducting. Conducting भी होती है, non-conducting होती है. So this is the conducting period. You can say in one direction. So this area is a conducting period. From this point to this point, you can say non-conducting. Neither semiconductor switch 1 nor the semiconductor switch 2 are working. So both are not working means there is no output supply here. Again, in this period, this is a conducting period, but in the reverse direction, and it is continuous. So you can change the output waveform as per the requirement. Whereas in this system, you can see it is a continuous square wave supply system, but here you can change. So you can control conducting period or non-conducting period, and you can change the shape. Changing the shape means you are changing the quantity of output voltage or the current. So depends upon the conducting and conducting period, you can control the, or this is called bandwidth. This is called pulse width modulation. Okay, this just like you can say an example of a dam, water stream. There's across the stream there is a water shutter. Okay, one full day you want to collect the water from the reservoir to another small reservoir by lifting the shutter. आप शटर लिफ्ट करके आपका पानी ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं, लेकिन शटर आप बार बार ऑन ऑफ करेगा तो वाटर क्वांटिटी जो आप कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं द मिनी रिजर्वर में आपका चेंज कर सकते हैं. वन डे आपका शटर ज्यादा टाइम शट रहेगा, ओपनिंग कम टाइम रहेगा, तो इवनिंग मॉर्निंग टू इवनिंग आफ्टर इवनिंग यू कैन सी द क्वांटिटी ऑफ वाटर इज लेस. अगर आपका फुल टाइम या कम टाइम पे आपका शटर बंद रहता है, ज्यादा टाइम ऑन रहता है, आपका वाटर कलेक्शन will be like this. You can here also like by using the changing the pulse width, you can have your desired output. So pulse width modulation. So it is a technology used in the inverter. The latest inverters are based on the pulse width modulation technology. So you can change the input, control the circuit. You can change the output voltage, and it is more superior to normal conventional inverter. Okay, MOSFETs or IGBTs are used in this system. So you can, irrespective of load, also we can control the, we can set tune up, we can polish the output of the circuit. Okay, so as per the load we can connect, you can change the width of switching frequency generated by the oscillator section. So it is already explained in the last slide. It is achieved by using the feedback system. Okay, so lot of protection is also possible in the pulse modulation system. So you can see this is a one half wave. If the circuit supply is 50 hertz, we can say this time period is 0.02 seconds, 1/50. So within this 0.02 second itself is a very small period of time. Within this 0.02 second, there are number of conducting and non-conducting periods. Okay, so this is made possible by using a control circuit. आपका control circuit का अनुसार इसका pulse width आपको change कर सकते हैं. So here you can see this is a very small pulse width. the total quantity of voltage passed converted is very less. The average value you can see it is 0.8. Okay, here also you can see like this. So here at the center you can see the maximum pulse width. That time the quantity is also more. So during this period you can say the average value of the voltage or the current, it is high. So if you plot the average value of voltage or current in this circuit and connecting together, you will get a pure sine wave. So this is called sine wave. So a square wave is converted or changed into a sine wave, sinusoidal wave. Or here also you can see better. This green line is showing a Pakka square wave. So without controller, the output will be like a green waveform, positive and negative. Okay. By using controller, you can modify. So you can get a red color waveform. This is called modified sine. It is just nearing to the sine. For minute control, by using the latest technology, by using IGBTs and MPP, I mean MOSFET, you can get a Pakka sine. This is the blue color is called the sine. So this method is principally used to get the pure high quality to get the high quality sine. So you can see normally when you purchase an inverter, you can see some parameters will be there on the back side of the inverter. There is a external agency called International Electrotechnical Commission, IEC. So there are certain norms and rules issued by the IEC. So your inverter should conform to the IEC specification. So by selecting the inverter, you have to see the specifications that are given by the manufacturer. Okay. So here you can see maximum DC power input is 2000 watt. Input means that this inverter is suitable for 2000 watts. It can be connected to a solar panel which is producing a 2000 watt. Maximum DC power is 500 volt. So this may not be nominal operating voltage, but inverter should be suitable for receiving the highest possible, maximum possible value. So suppose in our open circuit voltage, there's no, the load is not connected, that time the voltage will go high. So it should be sustainable to the highest possible voltage. The maximum voltage का होना चाहिए. Okay. Then the maximum voltage range at MPPT 150 to 400 volt. The inverter should be operative from the lowest range to the highest range. So when the input voltage is within this range, your input inverter should be operative. So maximum DC current 10.75 ampere, then maximum AC power 1500 watt, nominal AC power is 1300 watt. So why the maximum data parameters are required? Your inverter should be sustainable. Otherwise, it will damage the inverter. आपको inverter को damage करेगा. Okay, when you construct a bridge, the load is calculated, possible load is calculated, but a factor of safety is considered, and your grid, suppose it is made for 2 ton, it will be suitable for the 2.1 ton also or 2.5 ton also. The same way, there should be a factor of safety. So your inverter should be suitable for getting facing the highest possible voltage and current also. So nominal AC current is 5 ampere, but the maximum current is 10.7. Okay, like this, more than this, number of MPPT connected available. That's all. Some other data for also will be available in the. Okay, so it's about the inverter. There's a question. A non-isolated type inverter will have transformer or not? True या false है? आपका non-isolated transformer में inverter में transformer होता है नहीं होता है? Some people responded. So today we have studied about the classification of solar inverter. This is mainly because of the solar power system, on-grid and off-grid system. Then we have seen the working of a solar inverter. Then we have discussed about the various types of solar inverter based on the working principle. How the solar inverter working, what is the operation of the solar inverter. I hope you understood all these things. And next class, we'll see about the storage batteries. Storage batteries which are used in the solar system. Okay. Thank you very much.
Are you done with, sir? Hello, sir?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah.